What is going on, guys? It is Kote here, and as promised, I have moved all my guys over to Soul Silver, and as soon as I did that, I figured out that I can't actually use backgrounds on Platinum, or I didn't figure it out. I always thought you could, but I just never researched it, and then I researched it right after I moved all my guys to Soul Silver. Anyways, I'm probably going to be doing for the next little while, my battles will be in this engine rather than the Platinum engine that they have been. Um, I don't know what I think it's just different. Like I'm kind of getting sick and tired of looking at the same old sprites, and this has different front sprites. I'm not sure. I don't think the back sprites changed at all. Anyways, this is an OU match against Makar, the Makar locomotive. I guess I'll link him in the description. So I just kind of brought a grab bag of dudes here because I was gonna bring one of the other teams, but then I realized that I'd uploaded both my half-hour teams, so I just kind of grabbed some dudes that I hadn't used in a while. So. His Zapdos goes first, which means it has some speed investment at least, because my Heatran is fairly fast. And I set up my rocks, and then I'm going to piece out of there. He continues to go for T-Bolts. That kind of plants the idea in my head that he might be Scarfed, I don't know. But he's going to switch out here as I just go for a Curse, I think. Because that's kind of the point of Snorlax, and I don't think I've ever used the Snorlax on YouTube. I've had a few for a while. I just never got around to using them because, as tankish as it is, it has to set up a lot before it's really effective. He's going to Rapid Spin away, and that's just going to continue to let me get up curses. I'm not really sure if he has a counter to me. Even if I get like 2 curses, I'm going to be able to live an explosion fairly effectively, if that's what his plan is, to just set up stuff, blow away my stuff, and then blow up. So that's what he's going to do. He sets up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes right now, and then I hit him with an EQ, just to say, come on dude, you gotta do something. And that didn't really do a lot, even though I do have a fair amount of attack investment, and I do have 2 curses, so I'm assuming he's a physically bulky set. He's going to switch out into a Slowbro, another physically bulky guy, which I can't really hurt too badly. Like, my 2 attacks are Return and Earthquake, and we're going to find out where that plays into the equation later. I'm just continuing to curse, and he's got Toxic. I do have the rest, so I will be able to get rid of that Toxic eventually, and I gotta quit saying "the" in front of words. It's in front of moves. So I go for a return. I do over half, which is surprising to me, and then he's just gonna slack off and try to Toxic Saw me, which I guess it's gonna work in this case, because there's not really a whole lot else I can do unless I can OHKO the thing, or at least 2-hit KO even after slack off. So he slacks off, gets back up to full, and I'm going to reveal my 4th move to him, which is Rest, and then he's going to realize that he has a complete and perfect wall to me in his Gengar, because Gengar has a Levitate, so it gets over the Earthquake, and it also is a Ghost type, so it's immune to Return, and then I've got Curse and Rest, which can't hurt it either. So he's just setting up his 2nd layer of Spikes, which is what he should do. He's got all the time in the world to really switch into Gengar and set up a sub. So, commence Mega Stall here. My options are switch out and let this thing pretty much kill me and lose like 4 or 5 curses, whatever I've got, or stay in where neither of us can really hurt each other. He's going to go for Focus Punch, but because I've got like 5 curses up, it's not going to do anything. In fact, we're going to count how many HP it does. It does 74, so unless he gets a crit, I'm not going anywhere, and unless he, I don't know, uses unless my ability somehow changes to Mold Breaker or something, I'm stuck here too. So he's just getting all of his Black Sludge recovery back for his Gengar, and he withdraws here, which makes sense. He said at this point he was totally prepared to PP stall me. I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want to spend all night on this one battle just getting PP stalled by a Gengar. So I think I'm going to switch out here since he doesn't have Gengar with a sub in anymore, and I'm going to switch. Okay, I'm going to switch out next turn after I hit this stupid thing with an Earthquake. So I'm going to switch out because I couldn't switch out against his Gengar because that would be game over just based on what I have and what he has. So right here I switch out and I go right into my Zelf because I want to threaten him away with a flamethrower, and I'm not really predicting him to attack. He could have exploded there, but it wouldn't have done too much. I was kind of hoping he'd go to Gengar because my Zelf is Sash, so I would at least be able to get 1 hit off. I went for a nasty plot, predicting the switch with Fortress because he's asleep. Like, what else is he going to do? But in comes a Bliss, so Even a +6 as elf is not going to hurt a Bliss with anything except explosion, so that's a really bad situation for me. I'm going to go back into my lead Heatran, and I'm just going to blow the hell up, because I don't want to deal with that Bliss anymore. It's going to pretty much clear the road for my Azelf later on in the game, should I need to use it again, which I will. So Blissey finally dies. That HP bar takes a while to go down. He said he wasn't predicting the explosion in the chat and in his narration of this battle. He thought that I'd overheat or maybe stealth rock or something, I don't know. So I go to my Smeargle, and this is where he makes the second key misplay. He goes for a U-turn. As expected, his Zapdos is scarfed. And if he had gone for T-Bolt, he would have killed me. He was afraid of my Sash, but I had poison because of the toxic spikes, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Like, all it would have done was put his Zapdos to sleep. And I guess having a Scarfer asleep is not the most ideal situation, but it's not the worst thing. Like, if you can kill something that's potentially dangerous, like Smeargle, then that's a good thing. I belly drum up. I don't have enough HP to sub, obviously. So, I get my Baton Pass to go into my Metagross, and his Zapdos is Scarf, so it is going to be still faster than my Metagross, and he's going to be able to Heat Wave me, and that's going to do a ton, so it leaves me at 25 HP, which is more than usable. I guess 1 would be usable, because this Metagross is now +6 attack and +1 speed, and I just killed his Scarfer, so unless he's got something with priority, I'm going to be good for clean sleep, and there's something with priority, so I have to hope that I'm faster, and I turn out to be. I am Jolly max speed +1. I decided to go with max speed because if you're going to be +6, it doesn't matter. Like, you want to be faster than everything. You're still going to hit it really, really hard, no matter what. So I go for an Earthquake here, and that's going to hit the Fortress right in the weak spot. It's going to survive, so I guess that confirms it's max physically bulky, and he's going to kill me with a Gyro Ball, which, that's fine. Okay, game over. That's pretty much a good game. I've killed way too many of his walls. I killed this fastest guy, and Azelf's going to be able to come in and clean sweep everything. He goes into Slowbro, which I kind of predicted. I went for T-Bolt. I guess if I predicted it, I would have went for Nasty Plot. So I know the Slowbro has only stayed in for 1 sleep turn, so I'm fairly confident in going for Nasty Plot. And even if it did wake up and somehow surfed and got a crit or something, I do have a Focus Sash, and Slowbro does not have any priority, so I was totally safe either way. Going for Nasty Plot was the best move I could have made, just in case I run into some trouble, because I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't remember all of his guys. I wasn't sure if I'd seen his 6th yet. Like, maybe his 6th was, I don't know. And okay, it was Gengar. Never mind. And his Gengar turns out to actually be faster, and he misses Hypnosis. I guess he's faster because I think my Azelf is max special attack nature. It shouldn't be modest, it should be timid. But he missed anyway, so that removed a threat. If he had hit, I did have a Gyarados, which could handle the Gengar, because I'm 90% sure he didn't have Thunderbolt. He would have had Shadow Ball, Focus Punch, Sub, and then Hypnosis. And then I'm able to finish everything else out, and that is going to be the game. I didn't really get to use my Gyarados. It was a specially defensive set with it's just max defensive, like pretty evenly split between the defenses. I forget which, probably most in special, because I do have Intimidate. And it's got like Thunder Wave, Rest, Sleep Talk. I brought like a ton of stat boosters this game. I guess I'm just a douchebag, and I like making one guy take it for the sweep. But it was a grab bag, so what do you want me to do? So that was a good game, Maker. We definitely battled a lot lately, me and him. But yeah, that was a fun match. It was a lot closer than it seemed. Like, if I didn't get that belly drum off, and if Zapdos would have rolled me over with T-Bolt if he had gotten that off. Between Zapdos and Gengar, he would have won had he T-Bolted on my Smeargle. So, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you later.